Hello, everyone, and welcome to an extra spooky version of Learn with Jason. Today on the show, I've got Gant Laborde in a top hat. Um,
Oh yeah.
Gant, thanks so much for joining again.
Oh man, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's so much fun to have you on. So the last time that we worked together, we ended up building this very fun little project to tell the difference between me and Kyle Shevlin. Um, and so this was a really good project. We used facial recognition to load up these pictures so we could tell, like, so this is Kyle, and then let's see, there's a picture of me in here. Um, there it is. So that's me. And then if we do these two together, yeah, can't tell us apart. So, anyways, this was a lot of fun, and
Mhm.
so what I thought would be actually, hold on, before we dive into what we're gonna do today. Do you want to give everyone a quick overview of who you are and
Yeah.
where you come from, all that good stuff?
Oh man, so I work with the awesome people at Infinite Red who support me and help me work remote from New Orleans. We're a huge remote company. We have a little book here. If you want one of these copies, catch me at a conference. I'll be happy to show you. Um, we talk about remote work incessantly. We're kind of awesome at React Native and React, and we do a lot of consulting work for beautiful web and mobile apps. So um, one of my adventures is that I'm CIO there, which
Mm.
means I get to wear this top hat, and it
It's
also means that
you get to or you have to.
well, this is the hat they make me wear. Underneath it, like I have to always wear this one, um, which is a snake hat. I have to tell everybody I'm a snake. But then I cover it up
Okay,
so
hold on.
I'm on
There's no way that you knew that I was going to make that joke. So, were you
top.
just wearing that snake hat, like, just in case?
Truth be told, I just stack my hats. So I
Good.
have a snake hat ready underneath here. It really. This was actually mailed to me, so we're 100% remote, and our designer, lead designer and design director, actually, Justin, bought this for me after one night we were all watching Netflix together because we do cool stuff like that, and I showed them that video of the dude wearing this hat. Next thing I know, he buys it for me on Amazon. It's pretty hilarious.
Oh, that's quality content right there. Um,
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, and as CIO, I get to like really adventure into some really cool tech. So my day to day is being a mad scientist and bringing that information back to our CTO Jamin Holmgren and seeing how we can possibly apply and work with these cool things. So
mm,
uh, we've started getting some AI, ML, like some artificial intelligence contracts, and that's been really good. So we're just going to keep going barreling down that road. And if you ever need a web or mobile app to do that, that's sort of like what we're doing now. And then also I'm doing courses on how to do all this crazy stuff too.
yeah, yeah, you're kind of all over the space. And you also run what is it? It's uh,
Chain React. Yeah.
yeah, so Chain React Conf, which is great, but then you also have a Twitter account for the machine learning stuff, right? It's
Yeah, yeah.
fun
Fun
machine
machine
learning,
learn.
fun
Is
machine learn because there weren't enough characters for learning, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So this is fun if you're into what's going on with machine learning. You want to learn more about how this stuff is coming down the pipeline, cool things that you can do. That is a good account to follow. You should follow Gant in general, although it's mostly just Gant making fun of Jamin Holmgren, his partner at Infinite Red. But it's still pretty quality content.
Oh yeah,
So
I'm quality in my roasts.
so let's talk about what we want to do today because we want to play with some spooky Halloweeny things, right? And
Mm,
so I've got this website for Learn with Jason where
yeah.
we show all the episodes and those sorts of fun things, and we also have like a light and dark mode switch. And
Ooh.
so what I wanted to do was I wanted to add like a another switch that will put like funny hats or like maybe this beard
Yeah,
onto every photo in the on the screen. Because that seems like something that's worth doing. Like this is
that is a proper application of developer time.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, if we're gonna talk about legacy work, I feel like this might be it.
Mm.
So yeah, that's really what I'm after today. Is I wanted to see what it would take for us to do that. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So you, sir, are now the captain.
Oh yeah, I got you, man.
And what is up, chat? We got a great crew here. I saw Henri Helvetica in the chat. We've got Horacio's here, Chris Biscardi, Ecomath, like everybody's in here. Yeah, Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. We are very, very excited about this one. And if you've got suggestions for what type of silly hats or masks or things we should put on people, go and find them. Eco, so this was scheduled, but Twitch just killed events. And so I need to build my own event tracker because Twitch pulled the rug out from under me. So I'm gonna fix that probably on a stream soon, but I haven't fixed it yet. So effectively, no, my schedule is very out of date, and I need to go and roll something else. But that's a problem for another day. Today we're gonna put funny hats on Benaya. Um,
Let's do it.
all right. So the way that I want to do that is, let's see. I've got the. We certainly can put a bear hood on people. All right. Let's dive into learn with Jason. Is this? Nope, that's the wrong thing. Where's the website? It's under dev, I think. There it is. Yeah, that's the site. All right. Let's make sure I have all of the content. I do. We're gonna check out a new branch. Ignition, and then we're gonna open it.
Nice.
My microphone just ran away from my face. That was super cool. I love these mic arms. They love me.
Well, I have like my favorite desk ever, and it has no way to screw in like a mic arm at all. And so it drives me nuts because I don't want to get rid of this desk, but I also I'm a little frustrated constantly putting my mic on my desk. So one of these days, one of those two will win.
I found I found one that has like a clamp. It screws onto the edge of the desk, so you don't have to drill holes in it.
That's the problem. There's no edge to this desk.
You don't have an edge on your desk? What are you just sitting in
No,
front of a
it's
block of wood?
stylish. It's pure one. They don't know what to do. They just they gave me like this like quarter centimeter of a lip just to mess with my emotions, and that's it.
It's good. It's good. I mean, I kind of feel like that's on you though. Like you went ahead and like
Yeah, true. I'll have to get one of those.
Ah,
Yeah, at some
son of
point
a
I'll probably
biscuit.
get a standing desk or something fun. Oh, jeez, it's
Yep.
happening. There's two of you.
sound effects. Yeah, this is the joy of this show is that the chat is going to mercilessly ridicule us.
All right. So that's exciting.
So I think this is a new one for you because the last time you came on, I didn't have any of the sound effects set up. So yeah, so this is all good fun. All right, let's figure out what we need to do. So I've got the site here,
Okay.
and what do we want to do first? We've
I
got
tell you what. To simplify things, can we get like our own little working ground? Let's have like can we do a separate page and just toss one image on there for now? And
yeah, for sure.
that, or if you want to, we could try it on the main page. But I just figure let's keep it clean. And I like assigning homework. Your homework would be to go ahead and take it and apply it to your main page.
Fine. You're not gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
All right, so we
I'm
will.
on to your tricks morning show.
All right. So yeah, we will do something like this. And how do I show images? Oh crap. One of these. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh.
Now I gotta remember how I built this thing.
It's called the image tag. It's
Dude,
an HTML thing.
I Yeah, this is I did stuff with this, and I may end up regretting that I did so much stuff. Let's see. Those are assets.
Let's.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna download this image,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna do this like in the fast way, and then
Sounds good.
from the fast way, static images, and we will do a Benaya. Oh, that's a WebP. That should be fine. We're working in Chrome.
You're so hip. You've locked yourself in.
No, yeah. I guess that is what happened.
Like you're chipping your teeth on your mason jar, Mr. Cool.
I don't know what that means.
Down here in New Orleans, see, we just keep using the old style.
All right. And if I do that, and then I start this thing, we'll do yarn develop. And let's see. What did I do? Where am I? Oh, I need to go into the site.
Enjoying the chat.
I know the chat. They're just mean. They're just mean to me.
Troll with Jason.
What is going on? Oh my God, the Sharp module. I'm getting okay.
I'm pretty sure that this is a Halloween episode, so we can do whatever we want, and the scarier the better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my coding
did we
right now is
explain
pretty
why
terrifying.
we're wearing silly stuff?
Oh, because it's Halloween. Although I will say, like, I don't know that this is that far out of my normal wheelhouse.
True. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to work this time? Come on.
We get like a motivational plugin.
Okay. So now if I come out here, go to localhost 8000 testing, we should have an image, and it is broken.
We could grab something off Imager if you'd like, or
This is killing me. Okay. So yeah, let's just get Unsplash. We'll do something.
somebody's face. Ooh.
Oh, that's not going to show me a face, is it?
I don't know. By the way, I just uploaded some photos, so I actually have a profile on Unsplash now.
Yeah?
Oh, that's not that you'll find me. Oh, there I am. Are there any faces in there for you?
There's some pumpkins.
Why use faces either, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so let's just search face.
Face. Cool.
Okay,
That
perfect.
person looking straight at the camera is probably going to be the easiest.
This one?
Yeah. Him, her, everybody.
I don't, that guy's a little too intense. Let's grab this one.
She's definitely like not trying to stare into our souls like the other guy was. So
Yeah, this guy, he's like, I don't know. That's maybe too spoopy.
it's like yeah.
Let's see, we can allow that. We'll get that one. And then I'm going to take this down a little bit. I'm going to use my favorite little thing,
Oh yeah.
Squoosh.app, because these images are freaking huge.
Redonk.
So let's take it down to like, I'm going to take it down to like nah, we're not even going to go that big. We're going to go like
800.
1,000. 800? All
Yeah,
right,
whatever.
800. You're the boss.
Yeah, we're taking a bit of the screen for our faces, so here.
Yeah, we'll make it a little bit bigger, and then there we go. Now instead of being 1.67 megabytes, it's 25.8 kilobytes. That is so much better for what we are attempting to do here. So I'm going to get into my dev folder. So let's do this and this and this. Get into
Such
this.
a brave person showing your files and directories like that. I don't think that's something I could ever do.
You know. I'm just going to call this
Not
face.
because it'd be anything questionable, just because I'd be judged on like how I name things.
Oh, it doesn't matter what I do. I will be judged.
I'm on your side. At
You
least
hackers, you dirty hackers.
All right, you smart asses. Okay, so now we've got this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and let's include the layout. Components, layout, and hopefully I didn't do anything too stupid here, and this will just work. And then I'm gonna make this half the width, so that it.
Ah,
perfect.
Look at that.
That looks good. I'll take that, and then
That's real.
It all works, right? So that's
Okay.
good. So now if we can get this working, then we should be able to get it working throughout the rest of the site.
Right. We'll see how far we can get. I think we should be able to get. I mean, it's not complicated stuff, but all this
But
stuff
also
kinda
I'm
takes a little time.
involved, so.
We're gonna fall into some CSS, I'm sure, at some point. So.
Oh, that's I can do that.
Oh, dude, you want to start off with that? See if you can redeem yourself here.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want to do?
Okay. What do you want to put on her?
Should I do the beard chat, or should we find something like Halloween
I think
themed?
the beard is perfect. It's on brand. It's set. Maybe funny hats will be the extras, but for now, it should definitely be you and the beard. I'm sure you have that as a clear PNG or something like that.
I have it as an SVG actually, which is wonderful. Do you want it as a PNG? Is that better?
No. I think it should be fine. I think what we're gonna do is let's place it on her once, just to kind of make sure we get everything figured out, make sure we've got that, and then we'll have AI kind of do it at some point. So we'll yeah, we'll need a frame div for sure.
Okay, so we've got our image container, and then we will just put the. Is this going to be?
Put it second.
Put it second.
Because for Z order.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Now put the image.
Okay, and so I need to find that beard image. So bear with me while I get that. It's in this one, maybe. I think.
What is definitely don't click on me.png?
Thought you said you were on my side. All right, there we go. That's the one. So
Perfect.
let's copy that, and then head back out here to here, and here, and here, and there.
You know, I don't say this to too many people, but I am jealous of your branding.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Okay, so then I have images. What did I call this? Let's just shorten that to beard.
Yeah.
Beard.svg, alt,
Okay.
beard. Have you ever seen that that techno video on YouTube? It's called like Beard No Beard.
No.
Okay. Hopefully this doesn't get us muted for like having.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
If you manage a team, you
Get out of here. Oh wait, you're.
Oh man, just pay for YouTube Red.
Don't give me your.
for all our pro.
Let's pipe this through.
Actually, I don't pay
HR
for it.
creative production.
Ooh.
Oh yes, 1997 is in full effect. DJ Spirograph is in the house.
This is so awful, but I love it.
No beard, 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 no beard, beard, no beard, 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 no beard, 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 no beard, beard,
It's so bad.
mustache, no beard, 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 no beard, beard.
Anyways, that is a video from Picnic Face. It is Picnic Face is ridiculous. Like if you haven't heard of them, they're a comedy troupe out of like Halifax, Canada or something, and they're surprisingly hilarious.
That's awesome.
I would highly recommend digging into their backlog. It's good stuff.
I mean, honestly, man, after showing you Skibbity like a year ago,
I still can't.
I think that it's okay. You've got a couple more weird things you can show me.
That one, I'm not gonna play that one, but I will. What's that? Skibbity. Yeah.
Little Big.
I'm
That's
just gonna
him.
post the. This is for you. Let's.
I appreciate it.
Do have myself.
There's actually like there's like a Beat Saber level for Skibbity and all kinds of stuff. It's
Is
a
it
little
really?
weird out there.
That's amazing. Okay, so we're gonna drop this in here. There you go. All right. So now let's get back to the task at hand.
All
here.
right. So is your beard in place? Yeah.
So here's that. I'm going to add a. I'm just gonna
CSS?
I'm gonna add a CSS file here. So we'll just call it testing.css. I'm probably gonna convert that over to something else. But for now, if I stick this over here, collapse that down, I can do image container, and that will be position.
So
relative.
the container will be position relative.
And then what did I call this one?
The beard
Beard overlay.
is position absolute for sure.
Okay. And so this one, I'm going to give a class name so we can add some stuff to it.
Ooh.
So this one will be display block. It'll be width
Oh, so we would need to add
100%.
Is that right?
Chat, we're way ahead of you. You're super slow today. So let's see. We'll go with 400 pixels. That'll be fine. Let's set the margin auto. Oh, and then I need to actually include that. So we're going to import testing.css. Okay.
The survey says, ooh, close.
So that's
We'll have to
getting
set
us
the
sort of where we want to be. Let me
right. So now we're going to set top and left on the beard.
yeah, so we're going to dive into this thing, get our beard overlay, and we'll be able to do top is going to be like what? 150 pixels. Ooh,
nice
who
guess,
nailed
dude.
that? All right, and then
All right. Well,
left.
now the pressure's on though.
Let's see if I can do it again. This one is 140 pixels.
Ooh, oh my!
Oh,
How are you
what
doing
a
this?
boss! Look at me go. Yeah, so
All right,
that's not
that's
quite-
impressive.
All right, let's do this one, and then we're gonna have to set the width because it's an SVG. That doesn't matter. So we'll say, let's see, her face is what 110 pixels. Nope. Okay. Then we're gonna transform. So this is gonna be the hard part because we need to rotate.
I would, yeah. The rotation, I wouldn't, yeah. So you can put it in there. Get the CSS in there. Yeah, you're right. The rotation will have to do a little bit of trig. Wonder if we'll get to that.
Yes. Gant. This is
Dude,
art.
this looks good.
This is art.
Done. As a matter of fact, you should have like a JSON splash, which just goes through all of Unsplash and adds.
Holy buckets, dude. That just worked.
Like a Chrome extension.
That's hilarious.
If somebody
might
knows
be a
how to make,
follow-up.
if somebody knows how to make Chrome extensions, come on the show and teach me how to do that. All right, so
so
we've got the beard overlay. Now, if I
done
refresh the
that.
page,
Perfect. So now we know the CSSs that we're going to need to do. Next thing I'd say is
oh
that
wait, hold up, we got a question. So Nikki
yeah.
was asking a quick recap on the position relative and absolute stuff. So in CSS, the way that these containers work is that you get absolute positioning, which is to like on a element will start by default at the top and left of this like outer page. So if we set like the top and left of this beard, actually I can just show this. If I go to the image container and I uncheck position relative, it's up at the top and left, right? And then I can, if I go top 0, left 0, it puts the image right up at the top. But then if we take the image container and we make it relative, what it does is any descendant elements will become absolutely positioned to that container. So when I turn on position relative, top left 0 is now here instead. Does that make sense?
dude, that's the best explanation of that I've ever heard.
It's easy when you can actually show it live. It's really hard to like it's, like if you're trying to do it in the abstract, it's like, oh my god, this is really difficult. But when you can be like, see this box and now this box.
What I love is this screenshot that we have right now. It's like me with a hat, you in a bear costume, and then this poor lady who is not getting paid because she's on Unsplash. Like, it's just
Wearing my beard. Yeah.
slowly turning into Jason. So.
Next up, we'll use deepfakes to give her a bald cap.
Yes. Okay, that's actually okay.
That's a horrible idea. We definitely shouldn't do that.
So I kind of knew this stuff recently because we were doing the certificates. So I'm working on the AI course stuff, and we have to generate certificates. And so I was recently, like, no one explained it quite as well as you did, but I was like, yeah, I have to put the course name here on the cert and this and other stuff. And we have this one developer who's just like a wizard at CSS, sort of like you are. And so he's like, just type this, and he like did it all in like a second for me for the certificate stuff. I was like, oh yeah, okay, makes sense. But CSS is definitely not my strong suit.
So it's kind of funny. I went the other way. I started doing almost exclusively HTML and CSS because the way that I got into web dev was through customizing MySpace pages. So I did a ton of absolute and relative positioning because I was on MySpace, and that was the only way you could change stuff around.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was interesting. But yeah, so that
now let's grab all the image tags on the page. So we can use I'm gonna go non jQuery-ish. We'll use like a document query selector all. So let's get into some JavaScript and start saying like, okay, the idea here is like, this is going to need to go over all the images on a page, right? So query selector all, and then I think you could just give it
I called it
IMG.
image. Well, that would also get our beard.
That's an S. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
So this will give us just the one.
You're right. When we convert this over to doing something more automatic, then you could tag all those images with the dot image that you wanted to do it to. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, and if we ever go to a Chrome extension, we'll figure something else out.
Yeah, we'd probably have to do something like, we'll worry about the Chrome extension later.
You got it. So we can grab all the images that are, so this will give us her image.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how we want this to work for this particular project, is we only want to get episode images.
Yeah. That makes sense. You wouldn't want to grab, well, you know what? Since we're going to have some AI, it'll be good at knowing if there's a face in it or. So ultimately, when you do extend this out, one of the things we can do is give it every image, and then it'll look for faces, and then it'll take that face if it finds one, and then put the beard on it. And then if you were just doing like a little animation of something else, like you had an icon, it wouldn't find a face in it, so it would skip it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Let's write the code that way a little bit, and that way you can extend into your main app if you want.
I'm on board. Let's do it.
Okay. So what we want to do, what I'd say now is that we have the image. We need to be able to find images, and then basically like, do you want to reframe them? So like, let's say we had an image on your page. It's not wrapped in that CSS.
So the images on the site now are wrapped in, let's see. Let's look at the elements.
Because we could wrap it in a frame, like a picture frame, or would you call it the picture holder or something like that? We could do that in JavaScript.
So
not too hard.
We've got like a wrapper and some links already, so we could just modify. I mean, we can just make that work.
Okay, then what we'll do is, so we will assume that the container has the has everything that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we should search for containers then instead of images.
Okay.
So we'll query select all the containers.
Okay.
And then we should automatically add a beard to every container,
Okay.
and then we'll use AI to position it.
Okay. And so is that just like part of the platform? I'm going to be like, document query selector all dot add beard. I feel like that API hasn't been
No,
approved.
I'm thinking for right now, let's select them all, and let's append a child of the SVG beard into the stuff. So if we can get to some JavaScript now. Sorry, we're leaving your CSS world.
Oh, that's
My
okay.
apologies.
All right. So the way that works is it lives in here. No.
Can we get
Here.
like a
We need to
little
add code.
off the beaten path JavaScript for us?
That's not the thing. One of these things
Or we could
does.
go into your JavaScript.
Yeah. Where's my? I had a pack. Oh, here it is. Up here. So yeah. So I can do this in our testing page, or I
Yeah.
can drop it in. But I mean, with here, we've got a sandbox, so we could deal with the selection later if we can just find, like we can kind of use this sandbox to get the AI in.
Yeah.
And
So
then
if you
do
want to
the
get the
selection
AI
part.
in next, we can do that.
Okay, that's probably going to be just to make sure that we don't run out of time.
Good call. Good call. Yeah. All right. Then we're gonna want to bring in face-api.js.
face-api.js.
Yep, you got it. So
Okay.
Vincent Mueller, who does the face-api.js, is a AI and JS wizard. Really, really, really cool dude. So we're gonna use this, and if you take a look, actually scroll up, you see how that has the points of interest right there around the eyes on the left image there?
Ooh, yeah, that's exactly what we want.
That's exactly what we need. So in order to get that, I think that's like 6 points around the eye. Can you count that? 1, 2,
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
All right. So that's the 68 point landmark detection. So we can just use that, and we can grab the left eye, the right eye.
So
We can sort of, if we want to skew it, we can know how much higher one is than the other. But all we really need to do is we need to bring in Face API, and then we're going to run some facial detection on the image, and then it's going to come back with some values for us so we can position the glasses. Easy enough.
Sometimes when you talk, you sound like an episode of CSI. You're like,
And
we're
hence-
gonna build a GUI in Visual Basic to track the killer's IP. Okay.
I wrote an SQL query to find them. Beep boop.
So
So we're gonna. Are you a Yarn or an NPM user?
I yarn.
Okay, so we can Yarn add face API JS.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to let's do it over here because I've got this running.
Ooh.
Yarn add face API JS,
Yep.
and
Now,
then
face API JS is small.
but its dependencies are large.
Well, I could tell you this: they've been doing a lot of really good work on making models smaller.
That's good.
Let's go take a look at. We'll need a face detection and a face landmarks model. So let's go back to the GitHub page.
GitHub page.
The face detection. So if we go up to scroll up to the top, let's see what kind of models that we're going to be using here.
Am I looking here or somewhere else?
We can go to straight to the code. Let's see. Scroll up a little bit more.
Do you want to get into the code?
Yeah. Where are your models?
Should I look at the part that says models available?
Can you click click weights?
Okay, we're just diving in. All right.
I mean, it's got to be it, right?
I have no idea. This is all like none of
Okay,
this makes
so-
any sense at all to me.
Here they are. So there's a bunch of different like functionalities that you can do here, and it's all broken up, and it looks like a complete mess, but I can explain this pretty easily. There are JSON files, and they depend on binary files. They tell you where the binary files are. So it looks to me like we could probably grab, if you see that shard, see for instance, right underneath your mouse, you see model shard 1, model shard 2, like things like that.
Here, yeah.
What that means is to make sure that your browser doesn't have caching problems, it'll break models into 4 megabyte shards. But we can get some small ones here because it looks like he has tiny models.
Tiny models. I like tiny models. Did you? And I heard you
Yeah.
say the number 68 earlier, so I
Yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna want the two tiny 68s. So you're gonna have to save these files down and host them on your machine.
Are they? They're not part of the thing. Like they don't show up
Yeah.
in node
So
modules.
this is the code that's like wrapping all the machine learning, and it's really cool. But it doesn't come down with all the model files, and I think they're gonna be really small anyway.
Where did you go?
But yeah, that's one of the things. You have to choose which models you're actually going to use, and then you host those. The code can use any of them, but it's sort of like a pretty large resource if you just included everything. You probably would have
Gotcha.
be adding megs to your site.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's too bad that they don't like just include those for you because that would be cool. But I
So
guess it
actually,
makes sense.
well, I'll tell you
Fine.
this: one of our devs, she's been working on a really cool thing of packaging model files as a separate npm library. So you would just say like, "Hey, I want you to give me those." So you would npm install the model as well, and then just point it that way, which I
Okay.
think would be really cool.
So
The
for
problem's those binary files going up to npm. You probably got to base 64 encode them.
oh, this is nice. That's
Yeah,
only
not bad at
75
all.
kilobytes. I'll take that. You had me scared.
So
I was
that's
like shard at how big? 4 megabytes?
well, anytime you see shard 2, that means shard 1 is 4 megs. Anytime you see shard 3, that means shard 1 and 2 were 4 megs. If you see
Gotcha.
shard 1, you can come in at, what was that, 78 kilobytes?
Yes.
So you're set. We are going to need a face detection as well. So you're not out
Okay.
the
So
dark now.
so
I-
I want these to just be available as like on the public site as like
Yep.
and what are they called? Weights? Why are they called
Yeah.
weights?
Okay, so here's what's going on. A model is just a fancy name for like a statistics function.
Okay.
That's honestly all it is. It's just a function,
Okay.
but it has all these like ways of like when it detects a feature, it slowly like adds a little bit here, subtracts a little bit there.
Okay.
It's this giant machine that's very balanced in order to detect faces.
Okay.
And when they train it, they're just setting all these weights so it's nice and balanced. So what happens is training is just those weights files. So they show it tons and tons and
Okay.
tons of faces, and it's just slowly like figuring out how to properly balance itself.
Whoa, what did I just do? I thought I was doing something good and I think I did something bad. Oh no, that's right. Well, so we'll just
Call it
so
models.
call it models. That's the right thing. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
saying things.
Yeah.
All right. Then the other one that we needed was the
I think there was a tiny face. Scroll
face
down to
recognition, tiny face detector. How
Yeah.
big are you? 189. Oh,
yeah, we're
no. Oh no, it's getting so big.
good.
This is fine. This is
People
fine.
flip the switch and they're like, no.
Where did it go? My thing. No. All right, fine.
Yeah,
I'll
I
find
have
it.
a better explanation. I feel like it's a little bit. I don't want to go too much into like AI and models and stuff, but truth is, you got to go get these files. That's it. I'll just kind of leave it there for now. If you're looking for a much more detailed explanation, either hit me on Twitter or actually, I got a free course that I released. It's 100% free. It'll explain it.
Ben,
Okay.
there is a model out there to decide if an image has me in it or not. It's
Right.
it's on this site and it definitely works.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Huh?
There you go.
So you can
That
go
is
find that
Jason.
and you can check whether or not I'm in an image.
I'm
And-
waiting for that Chrome extension.
Wait, hold on. So this is going to be fun because Grant kind of looks like me. So there's Grant.
Oh.
Let's find what? Get out of here. What? Get out of here.
You have to shine up for Twitter.
It doesn't just show me the photos. Get out.
Maybe I'll grab his profile pretty easily.
Oh, that's what I should have done, is just grab the profile. Good thinking.
Yeah. All right, now we can prove.
We can prove that it works. So we're going to start over. I'm going to grab this image of Grant that I saved in our models for whatever reason. And it knows. It knows. You can't defeat the machine. All right.
It's going to beat you at chess and know your face.
Yeah. So anyways, this is, yeah. So all of those things.
Yeah.
That's a thing that we've done now. Okay. So
all right.
back
so
back on
the
the yeah, we're into the models. I have a face landmark 68. And so what's the significance of 68? It's just taking 68 points around the face, is that right?
Yeah, it's so they actually had models figure out they said, "Hey, machines, you tell us what the best landmarks to individually identify faces are." And so there's a 68, there's a 128, and what happens is these models, like, they were trained to simply find faces and then position and then identify those specific landmarks. So the first model that we have finds a face and tells us, info about the face, and just probably we could use that if we want to do like a bounding box.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is going to take just that face and be able to identify the aspects of it. So this is the pipeline of having two very well-trained narrow intelligence models and then putting one right after the other. First of all, go find the face, then go ahead and find the landmarks on it. When I did the Nic Cage model identifier, which
oh my God.
I did on stage.
What's it called?
Nickornot.com, and then also have actually go to declarationofindependencethief.com. That's my favorite. It's probably not. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, you've got ranking.
Yeah.
This, I gotta say, this is the worst thing you've ever done.
I know. So I'm on stage in Poland. Here, mouse over those people. They actually have names if you scroll up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's it compiled Nick over there. That was for my talk at React Native EU, where we found Nic Cage in the audience. Definitely watch that talk. It was a lot of fun.
Do you have that linked on here somewhere?
It looks like I don't have it. Do I have the talk? Just the slides. Okay, I have to put that. I'm going to get that to you. Yeah. They released it after I did the website, and everyone back and updated because developers.
Yeah, I feel that. Yes, that is. So this is really funny. This is something that I'm very happy that you put out into the world.
Thank you. I had to train that in 2 steps the same. 1, find faces. 2, cut them out and make sure they're Nic Cage.
Mm-hmm.
So same trick.
So there's a question in the chat. What type of music would the Learn with Jason band play? It's definitely not ska. Even in the depths of my teenage years, I never got into ska. I tried. I really tried. But I never got past Real Big Fish. That was the closest I got. It would definitely be emo. And you know what? I'm going to subject you all, because it's Halloween and I want to scare the crap out of you, to my terrible emo band. You ready? Wait, was it? Oh.
He pretends like he doesn't have a quick link to this on his desktop.
All right, you ready? It's going to be really bad.
I am ready.
That's me singing.
No, this will work. This will work.
Yes.
Ready? Oh, it drops. It gets heavy. Okay, the rest of that is going to be an exercise for the reader. But yeah, I definitely made an album. It's an emo album. It's real rough, and it's on Spotify. Go listen today. You can also find pictures of me dressed like an idiot.
As opposed to now.
He says while wearing a bear costume. So
man.
should okay?
Oh, goodness.
Should we write some code?
Let's write some code. It's either that or we're all adding eyeliner.
So we would
I'm
need
gonna
to
leave
have
it up to you.
code.
No, okay, let's write some code. So we've got the face API.
Yeah. Okay, so that's brought in. You have the models.
We have the models. They are. Let me close this up. We have the
Should
models.
we focus up? Should we write some code?
We should. All right. So here are our models.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is import star as face API. Right, we're gonna get all that goodness.
All
Bring it
that
on.
goodness. Import star as face API from face API.
Yep.
And then do I need a model? Let me close this as well.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to catch like an onload, and then, or we could just do it all in line. We could stream it, but we're gonna need to use effect for as soon as we're getting it set, and then we're gonna load that model. All right.
Okay, and we want this to just happen on load. So
Yep.
we want.
So, can you use async inside use effect?
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. Oh, you'll need to. I see what you're doing.
And so
and then
we're
immediately
gonna.
calling it.
What
Good.
do we? What do we do? We're.
Okay, so we're going to do a face API. Let me pull up the docs real quick. So we'll do. You can do an await.
I suppose documentation would be useful.
You could do it, or I could do it.
No. Yeah, you know what? You're right. YOLO. So we're gonna await.
Yeah, await face API.
Okay.
.nets. Tiny face detector. There you go. Load from URI. Yep. And then go ahead and point that at your models folder. So it'll be models / models. Perfect. Yeah.
And we need
All right,
the
so that's gonna give us our tiny face
detector, and I need the manifest.
No, actually, so the way that this was coded, it's just the way that he did it. It knows it wants those specific names, so it already knows.
Oh, okay, I get it. So we're basically saying the models are in this folder, and then it will go and get them.
Yeah.
I got you.
If you renamed it, I think you would have to change. I think he might have it so that you can adjust it, but since we did it wholesale,
Okay.
we're good.
All right.
We're also going to bring in the face landmark 68 tiny net. So the same exact code that you have right there, just copy and paste.
Face API nets.
Yep.
Face
Face
landmark 68
landmark.
tiny net.
You got it. Yeah. And load from URI. Same place. Models.
Okay.
I guess do me a favor. Let's wrap that in a try catch. We'll console.log if it failed, and let's just make sure we're loading our models right before we go to the next thing. So
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah, I always, you never know.
Yeah, safety first.
Oh yeah, you can just watch the network. Even better.
All right, let's start. Clear this out. Cut down on the noise. God, I hate Sharp. I hate you so much, Sharp. Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna remove the yarn lock. Do I not have a yarn lock? Is it up a level? Where the hell's my yarn lock? It's horrible. This whole thing is bad. The whole thing. All right, let's try it again.
And now I see why it's an emo band.
Sick burn, Gant.
Sometimes I delete files to make sure I can feel.
I'm dropping Sharp out of this site as soon as I possibly can. I built a thing to put all this stuff up on Cloudinary. I actually have this idea that I can auto generate my cover art, like these
Using AI.
No. Just using, like, Cloudinary has all these APIs, so I think I can just put this stuff in here with like a cutout for the face, and then just position the face, and then do the text automatically, and just have it like just work, which would be amazing.
So, Cloudinary has this thing that it actually uses AI called image salience. I think they might call it something different, but it's sort of what it's called in the field. And image salience is the idea, it's coming to the new iPhone stuff as well, is that given an image, you could tell it to crop down to a certain size, and it will guess what you would want to crop down to. Like if you said, here's a human, you need to crop this, hey, you crop this down to a 400 by 400. It actually would crop it down to the most salient section, the most important stuff, and try to keep the, several things that are in focus, faces, things like that. So I know Cloudinary actually has that built into their API, but it's all really cool stuff.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the face detector.
Yeah, if you're getting the models and everything's coming in.
Where's our other one? Because it didn't.
It
only got the one, which means I did something wrong. Did we get an error?
Don't think you. Oh.
Make tensor is not a function, so we lost something.
Yeah, we got to make sure that we are for surezies.
God damn it. I can't with you sometimes. Is it face landmark 68 tinynet, load from URI, models?
Yeah, that's
and then
the one
I
that
have,
came in, right? Or is that?
No, the face detector came in, but this one didn't.
Okay. That's in models. Did we rename it a little bit or anything like that?
I just realized that we should clean this up. So what I want is...
What are you doing, computer? Why? Why are you like this?
I want to run them in parallel instead of synchronously. So let's try that.
That's an optimization, but I think...
it still doesn't solve my problem. Wait. No, see, look, now things happened. So it pulled in the stuff.
There you go.
But...
So there's tiny face and face landmark. We've got them both.
Yeah, but it broke here. Should we just...
Promise.
Yeah.
Okay.
NT make tensor is not a function. Am I missing a... Are there, like, dependencies that I need?
I don't believe that you have to bring anything in. I believe that this is already bringing that in. So that is a little interesting. That,
wait.
No, so that's on Node.js. That's docs for Node.js, right?
For Node.
In case you're trying to do a server side.
Got it.
I wish this dude would just write more documentation, honestly.
I feel like that's the rallying cry of the whole industry.
No, I'm joking. This is a lot of documentation.
As
you're not even halfway through scrolling.
Oh, I'm not. Okay. All right. I'll give him a pass. Okay. So we're not there yet.
Yeah, I don't know what that error sounds a little weird and out there. Let's
maybe I can just catch this.
Yeah, let's see if it's happening there. Let's go ahead and do a catch, and then honestly,
just gonna dump
I
it.
I kind of almost feel like this might be one of those errors that as you continue on forward, you might.
Okay, so it's
Is
caught.
it not even that spot?
Well, it's doing a whole bunch of things, but I don't know if those things are things we need to care about. So it's looking for FS. That's a whole thing. Component will mount, so that's not us.
Let's just keep on rolling forward.
Yeah, let's see if we can use it, right? And if it works, great, and if it doesn't, then we'll have to circle back here.
Yeah, we can come back to that. But I'm seeing this make tensors not a functions kind of like, I mean, it's definitely coming in here, but is it going to stop us? I don't know. Okay. Well, quite simply now, once it's loaded, by the way, we can feed it an image, and we should be able to get. Let me get the docs here. Okay. So yeah. So do we have the image tag like collected? Sort of. We could do. We have the query selector, right?
I'm just going to do a single. So we'll do a query selector, get the first one for dot image. Now I have an image.
Yeah. Now that you have the model loaded, actually you got to wait till the model's loaded. So we might have to stay inside of that that async function you have up top.
We're going to do more in here.
What's happening here is that, because we might have to go inside of here simply because, it's got to have the model loaded and then have it run, right?
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would...
So grab the image while you're in here.
I don't think we actually have to do that because this will await.
No. Because you're not... So line 8, you're not inside an async function anymore.
Right.
So it won't await on line 20, I don't believe.
What? I don't believe
you.
Ask
the audience. I think it'll jump straight past that because load model on line 20 will return a promise that hasn't resolved. It's not actually waiting. So
I think you're right, and I'm going.
I'll take that.
Outside, inside. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay,
Yay.
Fine.
That's okay, man. You did CSS better than I've ever done it, so we're a good team. Okay, so we grab our image, and this could be all cleaned up for sure, and that's why it's good homework.
Yeah. We'll clean all this up, and like I can see the chat is not happy that I'm using like document. I'm probably going to switch over to use refs and stuff. I just right now my brain is
for sure, man.
Let's get this thing breathing, and then we'll go back and clean it up.
Yeah. So now that you have the image, we're gonna say so. Let's do a const detection equals await. And then we're gonna say face-api dot detect. Do detect single face for now. Let's keep our life simple, right? Okay, so I'll grab the most important one. So open parentheses here, and then go ahead and put our image in there. So you can say image. I'm always worried when I name things image, like what's happening, right? Now, because we're using the tiny model, the docs say that we have to do a second parameter here. Okay. We could have gotten away with one, but we have to have the second parameter is new face-api.tinyfaceOptions.
Like this?
Yep.
Tiny face options?
Yeah.
Tiny face detector options?
Oh, yeah. Yep. You're correct.
Like so?
You got it. Yeah. Okay. Now, what this is doing is it's going to detect the single face there.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we want to do is we want to say with landmarks true. So dot with landmarks true. We'll get a little chain on there.
With face landmarks?
Yeah, apparently I just skip words in my head. Okay, yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just listening to the autocomplete.
No, you're right.
I feel like that's 95% of my job these days is I import a library and listen to autocomplete.
I don't know if I got better at spelling or computers just got louder at yelling at my spelling. I don't know. I'd have to write something in the real world to learn that, and that's just not something I'm willing to do.
Yeah.
So this should get our face detection stuff, and then you should be able to console.log that detection, and we should get some info about that face. All right, let's see if this works.
Get some info about that face.
Net face info.
Tiny YOLO failed.
Oh, okay.
What are we using Tiny YOLO for? YOLOV.
Did we type the wrong thing somewhere? Can we go back? We should not have typed tiny YOLO anywhere.
I certainly did not type anything wrong.
Tiny face detector, yeah.
Like, I got the right things, right? Like, so I've got the face landmark 68.
Yes. Yep.
And this is our face landmark 68 tiny net,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and neither of those should be so that should be good. And then tiny face detector options, right? So you're getting an error about tiny YOLO.
Tiny YOLO.
One of my favorite things that we've said so far. Tiny YOLO version 2. So I am. That should not be anything that we've brought in.
Yeah. So this is what I'm wondering about is like,
Yeah.
do we don't need to bring in like TensorFlow or something as a.
I believe that's not like a peer dependency. I think they brought it in. We could check real quick, but the install instructions just say like, "Yo, you're good." Just bring it in.
I've been lied to before.
Yeah.
Let's see. I also didn't check the peer dependency, so I'm just gonna pop open package.json here. Right, we've got dependencies.
So it depends on TensorFlow.js core. So it's bringing it in, which is good. And there's no peer dependencies.
Yeah.
We should be good. Like it should have brought it in.
And that's a dev dependency, and it is trying to
Yeah.
pull that out of TensorFlow core.
Yeah. So
Like, is
from what
anything
I'm
out of
seeing
date here? No?
What version of Face API are we using?
O21O?
Okay, yeah. That seems to be the latest. Everything seems to be good. So we've not mentioned Tiny YOLO once. So somewhere, something is maybe an autocomplete or something. Can we check over our code real quick? Because there should be no mistakes here.
We aren't talking about YOLO.
Oh. Where's that image located?
Image.
Where's your image that you're bringing in? No, the face. Yeah, is that hosted locally?
Yeah?
Okay, all right. I was gonna go with a cross-domain problem for a second there.
No?
Do you want to?
I mean, I can log this
can you
real
do
quick.
a cross origin for me? For my sanity, we'll do a cross origin anonymous
Where?
in the image tag itself.
Okay.
Will this actually be real? I don't know.
Like that?
No dash, I don't think.
I've never used this tag before.
Oh yeah. That's if you don't host your own stuff. It's a very fun.
Yarn develop. All right. So what I want to see is this failing in the other thing we can do is we can drop out the 68 point detection, and see.
Yeah, and debug real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine. But that cross origin is a weird little sneaker sometimes.
Okay. So it is getting it's getting this image.
Yeah.
Still not getting that. So let me drop out.
Can you do a Command F for YOLO?
Yeah,
Did we type that anywhere?
we definitely did not. So let me drop this one, and I'll drop this one.
Yeah, we'll find the actual problem here.
So
Thank you.
it doesn't like. It's something in this tiny face detector.
Okay. Tiny face detector, and it's named correctly.
Yeah. Does this have a YOLO in it? No. It's pulling in the
No.
right things.
It's tiny underscore face underscore detector underscore model dash weights manifest.
Yeah, and that's what it's bringing in. So we've got tiny.
Yeah. That's 200 okay. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, those are there.
Oh, you sneaky bugs. Come on, audience.
Yeah, all of you instantly become really good at binary code. Okay. Should we try like the not little one and see if it works?
Yeah, we can give that a go. I'll definitely say that I don't think that this is the problem. It's definitely something that we are doing. And I'll be honest with you, I think I loaded up I wound up using this code for the class not that long ago, and I was using this version.
Okay,
So
so maybe we can just look at the examples browser. Let's look at
yeah,
the views,
that'd be a problem.
and we'll see face detection.
Yeah, pretty
And
sure.
code. Where's the? Here we go. Oh, see, but this is like match
Yeah,
dimensions, detect all. Maybe what if we try it? Let's try detect all faces. Yeah.
Sure.
Was that right? It didn't autocomplete.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous. Detect all faces.
Yep, there you go. And it's going to need the first one's the actual image tag. Second one is using face API tiny. That'll be the options. So that error that's coming in, is that when we load the models? Is that early on?
Whoa, hold on. I think trying to open this file froze this whole browser. Okay, so it still doesn't like that tiny YOLO.
Yeah. Can you take out the face detection completely?
Oh,
and
here we
see
go.
if
So
we can
Oh, you can
tiny
do it.
YOLOV
Come on, little Compooper.
comes in from tiny face detector. So it tiny face detector brings in YOLOV. Load model before inference. Do I need to load tiny YOLOV?
Yeah, so what that's saying is that, so can we go back to your promise maybe? Are we awaiting that promise all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
so
can we can slow it down.
No, let's see.
Like let's try it, but
Yeah. So that first error that you're getting might actually have been substantial. Like that one
that's
right
kind
there.
of yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Like this doesn't seem like something that would be happening in a
Right.
functioning library. Maybe
Yeah.
let's check the
Can we comment out the everything but to the load and see if that still errors?
yeah, I want to look at the
You're on the right page. Scroll down on the right side. And then choose landmarks.
tiny face detector.
Yeah. And then you could choose landmarks of, yep.
Okay.
And there you go.
So that should definitely be working, which means it's something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it pulls in face API,
Yep.
and then it pulls in.
It would be neat if this just worked.
I agree. So here's all these things getting pulled in.
Can you comment out? Let's just get that load back in there, and then look at our errors as we go. So comment out the, yep. Comment out the single face.
All this.
Yeah. Let's just kind of like watch the errors roll in for a second here, because that should not be problematic. Right
That's
here. So
not
if you
the
go-
thing we're looking at.
That's not the thing. So this automatically is first thing is we're getting some kind of error there. Scroll up.
Oh, cross origin.
Oh yeah, fun. So that error that you're getting, that's the first kind of like red flag here, and then we'll see. Can we go to the next part here? And
Yeah. So
let's check that we have one line of code. It should be correct. So if we go back to it, the import, and then we say load the model, right? Comment out the 68 here, and then face API nets, tiny face detector, load from URI. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. So it doesn't like. So it's trying to get FS. Like, do we need to do something to get it to be?
I believe that that's just it checking to see if it exists.
If I do this, does it explode?
Yes.
It sure does. Yeah, I cannot read property nets if undefined. Okay.
So we have our face API, and then our next thing is when you're loading and it's complaining. If you want to pull up the docs, we can copy and paste from there just to make sure that we didn't have a typo or something.
Yeah. Running the examples, face API for the browser. So we.
Yep, got it. And then if you scroll down, I believe you'll have face API nets. You see all the different nets that we have.
Yeah.
One of the ones that we're bringing in tiny face detector, and we're also bringing in the 68 tiny net. That is.
Oh, hold on. Maybe that doesn't seem like it would be a problem, but
the trailing slash.
If that's the problem, I swear to God,
we're just gonna flip the desk.
That's it. We're done. No, that's not it.
Okay.
Okay. Or wait, do we need to load? No, it's.
So there's just honestly a lot of documentation on different ways you could load it.
Yeah. Let's see. We're not gonna do any of that. So we get the thing.
Get element by ID. That's good.
Face API, detect all faces, input.
Yeah.
Okay. Relative path. I can try relative path, but that's going to be weird because. How's that going?
It's definitely finding it, right?
Yeah, that's not the problem because we're seeing in the network, like these are loading and they're okay, so that's fine.
I'm gonna go out there on a limb here and just join the crowd and blame the Learn with Jason website.
Fair. I mean, let me drop the layout and let's see. Like maybe it's something that's happening with my code, but we can drop all of this out and find out in a hurry.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't like it. So it's something.
Well, just to finish talking you through, like we're actually right there. What happens is once we've got the API with the landmarks on the face, all we have to do is we can get the left eye, the right eye, and position it. We actually have everything we need, except for some reason, this is being evil.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm gonna go to, which beard is this? Let me see if I can find it. And because we got this running, and which beard is this is a Gatsby site, so
yeah. That'll be a much older version of Face API.
I mean, so, that's okay. I just want to see what we did.
Sure, yeah.
So we've got our pages here, the index. Here's the Face API.
Yeah, cool.
And
same
so,
thing there.
Yeah, and we did the promise all thing.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
And we loaded the stuff.
Yeah, this is a different syntax here. You see how it's Face API load
right
the models like that. That's a little bit aged. And then you could just feed it the image.
And so we don't need to fetch the images anymore.
Nah, they'll be that would be like a drag and drop for sure.
Gotcha.
Situation. This is a little bit more.
Yeah, and so it's just doing the thing. Should we try a different net and see if maybe it's just buggy?
Sure. Go ahead. And the one that's complaining, what is it? Is it the
That's the tiny face detector.
tiny face detector? So go ahead and grab the much larger model. I think it's like 7 megs. It'll be the SSD single shot detection is what that stands for. Yeah, those 3 files, and then put those on there. And then what we'll do is we'll
Is it
load
going
up
to
with
download that?
SSD instead.
Did that not work? Download. There we go. And then I want
GitHub's
shard 2.
just like forget you right now. Perfect.
And then I want this.
Yeah, see, it's a much bigger one.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm going to drop
Bonus,
these.
this one's more accurate, I think.
Yeah, it sucks that we're going to be pulling in this much stuff, but like if we can get this running, then at least we know that there's like a
Right.
thing to go after, right?
Yeah.
So now instead of the tiny face detector, we want the SSD mobile net. Is that right?
Yep. Version 1, yep.
Load from URI.
And then give it models.
And we
Perfect.
figured out that one works.
All right, let's see what kind of error, if we're still seeing that weird YOLO error just on loading it without even bringing anything in.
Something's up with this lib, man. Like
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah.
Because that's not happening here on an older version. Like, should I try? When was the last time this got published?
I think it's a pretty good version, but yeah.
So it looks like this last got published.
Like 2 months ago or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if this error showed up.
I can tell you this. I've never seen that error.
What are you doing, computer? Why? Why are you like this?
So yeah, that's an error I've actually never seen.
Yeah, and it looks like it's new.
Or someone else had it.
Yeah, there's a whole issue.
Ah.
Not asynchronously loading your model, but that's this one. Yeah, it looks like people are hitting this 2 days ago, latest version. So let's look at npm package face-api.js.
Gotcha. Okay. So you want to try to roll back to version 0.2 something?
I'm feeling like maybe that's the move. Let's try
okay.
0.21.
Gotcha.
So let's
Go figure.
face-api.js at 0.21.
This is npm gate for us.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't actually know if that's the problem. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
And I'm also hoping that none of the API changed in between. So let's try it.
So saying it's because we're loading the models async.
Well, that was for the before inference thing. Nobody's talking about that actual error.
Mm-hmm.
And we are definitely loading them asynchronously here. So I'm not 100% sure what the issue would be. I don't know. We might end up at we might have to admit defeat.
No, I'll build this stuff and email it to you. I'll do it. I'll code it in Code Sandbox and send it.
Yeah. Okay. So we gotta. What's going on? Like, I mean, this would be stupid, but there's like no way that could be the problem, right? Now I'm into superstitious coding.
Yeah, we're in superstition time. Yeah.
This worries me that it can't resolve FS. Like, why is it trying to resolve FS?
Right. The one that we have is just Face API. Now, this also does support Node.js,
Right.
like non-browser, but like I think that It's just a warning, right? It should be.
I mean, it's just a warning, but like if it's trying to load this
Mm-hmm.
and that's failing,
Mm-hmm.
what do we?
You could feel free to actually install the latest TensorFlow as well.
Sure, let's see if so it's pinned to
127 from what I saw a second ago, or
okay, so TensorFlow is set up at 129.
129.
So let's look up TensorFlow.js.
So it's at yep. The npm module's like at TensorFlow slash TFJS or something like that.
TensorFlow TFJS.
Yeah.
That's not it. TFJS core.
Yeah, you don't need the. Well, we could bring in the whole thing, or you could bring in core.
Well, I think we just need, like, this is the one that's actually marked as a dependency. So I want to see if it's on a new version. Why won't it just let me? There we go. So it's on 131.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess we can try it. Let's see. And what version does that give us? Let's check our lock file. So there's a pinned version in here
Mm-hmm.
at 122.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that in and of
Where'd that
itself
come
could
from?
be a whole issue.
Yeah. Where'd
What's
that
that
come
thing
from?
you do, NPM resolutions, where you can like force it to use a certain version? This is probably going to break.
Did you perhaps? No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where you would have gotten.
Certainly not my fault. Don't blame anything on me.
Just checking. It was just like sitting in there, like, oh, I've been bringing in TFJS core for a while.
Okay, so we're going to try this. I'm going to run this, try to force everything, and then we're going to run yarn develop.
Thank you for still having faith, Robert.
Solidarity. Okay. Let's.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've used this very recently, so something's wonky, and we're just classic live code.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising because it's like the thing that I didn't expect was a
Crazy red error.
Well-
It's like outside. It's like it's a boring debugging world.
yeah.
Damn you, Halloween.
So to get started with machine learning, go check out this fun machine learn Twitter. Gant runs it, and there's a link right here to like a free course on AI. So that would be a good place to start.
Yeah, it's a. I mean,
in
I
fact,
can tell you, it's
Why
a
don't we
little
just
bit
link
of
to this?
what's happening is like, I'll be honest with you, the classic developer stuff is always there. Like what we're doing now is always some library or someone wrote or something like that. But the rest of it is just getting around the buzzwords that are out there.
I think I screwed something up with this resolutions thing, so I'm going to try this one more time.
All right.
I just want to see if it makes any difference. Oh, God. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to run an npm install.
Yeah, if we, like I said, we're going to get...
Oh, my God. So do I have to use npm in order for this thing to work?
That would be weird.
That would be frustrating, but I mean...
What's going on with Yarn? I heard like the original creator said don't use it anymore or something.
I don't know. That's a great question. I have not been following that news. Don't even give me that crap. See, this is the problem, is we've got like, I'm using Yarn Workspaces because I've got
Yeah.
a theme for this site that I didn't want to like publish, and
Yeah. No
oh
worries.
my god, my life is hard. Okay, so let's try doing what? What do we want to do here? I'm gonna, you know what? Here's what we're doing. I'm going here, learn with Jason. I'm going to make a directory called face recognition. We're going to go into it. I'm going to Gatsby new here, Gatsby.js, Gatsby starter, hello world. So we're just going to start with a completely blank slate. I'm going to drop this this page into it that we did.
Yeah.
And let's just see if we can make, like, I don't think it's anything in my, I don't think it's anything in mine, but like, I don't know. I'm going to try it. So I'm going to yarn add.
No worries.
Oh, let's open this first. So we're going to open this. And
I know it'd be really good if we see if this works. But regardless of this, and I'll make a promise to the audience and anybody watching it, is that I'll solve this problem, and then we could tweet the solution later today.
Yeah, we will figure this out.
Yeah.
So all right, so I've got that. I need that CSS so that it doesn't look all goofy. All right, and then we needed to get the face API, and let's just try from there. So I'm gonna yarn add face API. Nope, I'm gonna npm install face API.
That would be wild, huh?
I would be just infuriating if that was the case.
I'm a yarn guy too, though. So, although
it really doesn't seem like it should be the problem, but
right.
yeah. But this will also be good because if this fails, then like it shouldn't be anything with React because we've seen it working before. But then again, like who knows? Oh man. Yeah, because we're pretty much at time here. I mean, we could, like,
Yeah.
I can go a little bit longer. I don't know if you've got meetings.
Let's see. It's just with like a CEO. Screw them. I'm good.
Good. Oh boy, I forgot how noisy NPM is.
You can read this quickly, and this is important information.
Come on. All right, so we've got face API.
Okay.
And now I'm going to run yarn develop. I'm going to spell it right, though. No, I'm not. I'm going to run npm run develop. Jeez.
Devil.
No. Oh, wait, are you going to make me install? What? Oh, no, it's here. I must have not run a full npm install.
Gotcha.
Okay, npm run develop. How? What error? There is no error. Why does it say paper jam when there is no paper jam?
This is the spookiest episode yet.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's what I'm dressing up for next year is NPM.
What? How? Why are you like this? Okay, so that at least is an actual error. Invalid hook call. Hooks can only be called inside the body of a component. What?
What? Has this whole time been React code?
That would be real weird.
Export default.
Okay, so this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
This hook is an actual hook. Let's try that one more time. What are you? Like, how dare you?
Does anybody here know about that new React?
What is?
Yeah.
I'm really. Okay, so I've done that. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete node modules. I'm gonna delete these lock files. Get rid of them all.
Oh, you
Okay.
can do it. Come
And
on,
then
Looper.
I'm gonna try an npm install. We've got face API. All of this should be fine. Come on now.
Okey-dokey.
Post install. Things are happening. npm run develop. Show me potato salad. Okay. All right. So we at least got that happening. And then I'm going to go to the home page here. Wait, did it just work?
Are you kidding me? What just happened?
I have literally no idea. What?
Ooh.
Well, we said it was going to be spooky, folks, and
What's happened?
what happened?
Why would everything just start working?
How are you?
No one's lived in that
Did that just
house
work?
for 10 years. What's
I
going on here?
don't get it.
What?
I swear to God, if this just starts working, I'm going to cry.
Dude, it's your website.
Okay, so it still doesn't like Tiny Olaf.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go back. Go back though to the code. Let's scroll up.
Oh, and that would
Alright, so
make
you're not
sense
even
because
bringing
we're
it
not
in.
even using that. It's not this
Yeah.
anymore. So now it's SS. Do I need SSD options?
Yeah. So do dot.
MobileNet V1 options?
No, actually. So if you're using SSD, I don't think you have to. But go ahead and put it in there now. Yeah. Let's just.
Like, I mean, should
I
we
think
try
you
it
don't
with
need
no
the
options and
second
see what
parameter.
fails? Let's try.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to believe.
Oh snap, dude! This might actually happen. Dude, this is actually gonna happen.
Okay, so now I want to try. Can we use the not huge model?
Hoofda.
yeah.
All right. So that's exciting.
Okay, so face-api.net tiny face detector
Yeah.
load from URI.
Same everything, yeah.
Oh, we are gonna fight.
And now you
computer.
now you have to, when you do the face detection.
Now
you
I
have to
gotta
tell
do
it-
the thing.
Yeah.
New face API dot tiny face detector options.
Yep, you got it. Now, tiny face detector is going to be running. Yes.
You're a
Good.
monster. You
Now,
are
what was going
such a
on?
jerk.
Okay. Go back to.
I'm gonna fight this whole thing. Just this.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. So that true and what was happening?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So click on that. Let's open. We're rocking. Okay. We might actually do something. Go a little bit over. It's okay. You see landmarks. Landmarks have positions. And positions are going to
All
be
right. So that's exciting.
5 coordinate points.
Just gonna just. Okay. Well, so that was fun. So
Let's just do the quickest kind of like closeout on this necessary. So, if no face is detected, a detection comes back as undefined.
okay.
So inside the code, we can actually go back to there, and then we could say if a detection happens. So we have detection set there. So if detection.
I'm gonna bail instead, just because it
Oh yeah.
helps
yeah.
with nesting.
Oh man! All right, there you go. So now we're good. Yeah, no more nesting on that. So we want to go ahead and get the left. Let's grab the left eye. So const left eye equals detection.landmarks.
I can't let that one go.
And then landmarks.get left eye.
Get left eye.
Yes.
And that's a function, I assume?
Yeah, yep, you're correct.
Okay.
Now, we can use Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Will be how many points was it? 6 points for the left eye that kind of goes around it.
Yeah.
First one will be the furthest to the left anyway.
Okay.
So we can grab that first one's x coordinate and that first one's y coordinate and kind of position our left eye glasses right there.
So okay, so I'm gonna log this so that I can see what it looks like.
Yes.
So we're gonna log left eye.
Yeah. You've done this to yourself.
I know, it's my fault.
You did this.
Now
the same
I
way your
have...
website has somehow destroyed face-api.
I don't get it.
There's our 6 points.
Okay, so these are our points, and this is like
Yeah.
an XY.
Yeah.
And so
that's our X's and Y's on the point. So we already have the code to put some beard on her.
okay,
So
and
what
so
we need
what?
to do is grab our SVG and use the top and left of that absolute position to place it. So
Yeah, so this is going to get interesting because what we have to do is figure out, like, there's going to be some math, because what we're doing is the left eye is here, but the top of the image is like here.
Yeah.
And this distance is going to change based on how far apart the left and right eye are.
Yeah, I would say for what we're doing here, because there's a couple of things that come into all this. Like let's take a step back and talk about all the math. You can pull our face back up for a second.
Okay.
I really want to get into this. A couple of things are happening. One, that's not the natural width of that image,
right?
Where we've resized the natural width of the image. I don't believe that the image that was passed in was like it's going to give us coordinates, I think, based off of the original image size. So we'll have to figure out a scale and scale everything by that. That'll be one thing. Then your actual image that you have is not actually positioned at the top left, right? It's going to have to actually go. So you're right. We'll have to figure out a scaled version of that image, what its top left and right are, and then we'll have to do it. I think for this session, let's just throw in some constant numbers. Like we'll just add some numbers in here. Now it won't work for every image. It'll get close for every image, but we can pretty much get a success here for one image, and then we could go into like the idea of scaling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you have 4 or 5 images on the screen.
Yeah. Who's good at math? Chris is good at math. Chris, were you going to stream today? Do you want to stream this afternoon and we'll do the math to make this thing actually work? So like Gant and I'll get the image on the screen and then you and I can do the math to make it shape right. You got to wear a costume though.
Perfect. Well, let's position it, and then honestly, we could go through that. If you
Silence from Chris. He's like, absolutely not. I have no interest in doing this. Okay, so we need.
I could probably talk us a little bit through the math, but I just want to get that beard back on our face.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to have. So Chris, I was asking if you wanted to come on. I don't know if you're busy this afternoon, but if you're not busy this afternoon, you know math and I don't, so you could maybe come on and help me do the math to like resize and rotate this image relative to a face. Yeah, you were definitely voluntold.
Yeah, it's gonna be like it's a classic Pythagorean problem. So if you have 2 dots on each eye, one's lower than the other, right? That'd be the hypotenuse, and since you know the hypotenuse of the triangle, you could figure out the angle that you should be rotating the glasses from one eye to the other. But I don't want to scare everybody off too much. I know it's Halloween anyway. but it's a simple trig problem.
Yeah. So then what we need is like we can do the beard style, and that's going to be an object, right?
Yeah.
And
And so
so
the beard style, we need to set the left and the top.
and for the left, we can set to like Lisa left eye Lopez dot or 0.
Yeah.
And it
the
was what
first
now?
one, right? And it'd be dot .x.
Dot X.
It's a point, which is a native HTML or JavaScript object.
Okay, and I'm just going to copy that. Why?
Yep.
And maybe that'll work. That might.
We can.
I think
we can,
that'll work.
We can adjust them a little bit. Yeah, it'll be a little too far.
And then I'm going to do a const thing. Const.
We'll need to append the beard as a child to the container.
Okay, so for that I am going to use a ref. So we'll do use ref.
All right, get fancy.
And then the ref that I want is container equals use ref. And then I'm going to append that here. So then I can do container dot current dot append child and just stick this image in there.
Yeah.
And that should work, but poorly.
All right. Now we see our mistakes when the face comes in. Okay.
Okay.
There.
So we're missing something.
So let's take a look at the beard. So it's appending the beard.
It is appending the beard, but the style is not sticking, which means that I did it wrong. And that is because I don't actually know how CSS works in
beard
the
dot
DOM.
style there might be a string. I think that's a string.
Is it?
I'm mixing some evil
Style
together.
prop element MDN. This is how I Google element dot style.
Yeah, you might need to set that as a.
Oh, you just have to set it straight up. Oh, that sucks.
Let's use like
CSS text. Okay, so I just got to do CSS text. And then I can
It was
make
beard
this.
dot. Oh, you have CSX there.
Oops. CSS text. And then I can make a
Right.
position absolute.
Yep. And then you'll need to interpolate that.
And same here.
Yep. That'll be a Y.
And then make sure these are CSS and not JavaScript.
Correct.
I think.
Yeah. Sorry.
Still no?
No, it's just that it's hilarious because it added a second one.
Nope, that worked even. That was even worse.
Okay.
Oh,
Fancy.
style.css text. That's my
Yeah.
bad. I just forgot how all this worked. Okay, so that's better, but
Okay,
not
there we go.
great.
Right.
Oh,
So-
you know why? It's because we
Are you resizing the image?
sure are.
Can you rather than because you have it half the width it's supposed to be? Good.
Is that right?
Good.
So this is better.
And there.
So-
Now it's actually positioning the top left over her leftmost point of her eye.
Right. So this is
So
like
now
this is the top left.
Yeah. Now you can simply. This is where I would say let's just throw in
Simply.
some constants here.
So we'll just subtract like 20
Yep.
pixels and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's better.
Why does it keep adding them? Is that hot?
So I think when it hot reloads, it just throws another one on.
It just keeps adding beards.
So that's
That
good.
20 was you want a little bit, yeah.
So we want to rotate, or we need to transform, rotate, what was it, like 10 degrees?
Yeah, you had done it a moment ago with something.
That's pretty close. And then we need to set the width. Actually,
Now, we
I
could do the
have all
difference
this. I already
between
did
the
all
two
this.
eyes to get the width if we wanted to, or that could be something.
Here, I can just drop all of this in because I already did it.
Yeah, hard code the width.
Yeah, I mean, this is stuff that we would want to fix, but we're not quite. Okay, so that's closer, but let's just go in and tweak these values until it's right. So we want this to be.
There you go.
Okay, so I want that to be like minus 10 pixels, maybe? Yeah.
Well, I think it's the width that changed there, huh? That kind of brought down. Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing, yeah.
Okay, so this
It's
needs to be, the left is minus 10, and this
Okay.
is going to be 130. No, that's... Is it minus
Swear,
30?
man, they're just...
Oh, you know what it is? It's because all these are relative to the original width of the image, so the CSS is kind of goofy.
Hey, looks good, man.
But
You
I'll
got
take
it.
that. Like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
now, you know, we clearly want to fix this to be using, because we've got all this detail in here in the detection.
So what's happening? And let's just kind
Holy
of go over
buckets,
this.
did that
Yeah,
just work?
great job. I have no idea what stopped us for like 20 minutes there. That still is like weirding me out.
It hurts
But
my
I'll tell
feelings,
you
but-
this: what you've got now is you need to just identify a couple things on positioning this, right? You can get the left eye, you can get the right eye. You can actually even get the nose, you can get the jawline, right? Like now you're in CSS happiness world. Your image is sized down. You can grab the natural width and the existing width and divide the existing width by the natural width, and that should give you how much to scale by, right? So if you divide those two, that'll be a scale number that you just multiply your values by. And what'll happen is if it got smaller, then the actual width is 1, but the regular one was 2, then it'll take everything down by half. And if it's bigger, that scale will scale it up. So you just need to get a scale and then use that in your positioning. And then right now you're finding one face. And then you could just loop over all images on a site or all the ones that are tagged.
Yep.
And then position and then append these on like you are.
Yep.
And then position them over the faces. So yeah,
It's so simple.
we would have been there.
The headphones are holding my brain in my ears because otherwise it would be melting out.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I do think I follow, because what you're saying is if we take like this eye position and this eye position, we can kind of determine what the width of the face is, because we know in this image roughly what the distance from here to here is in the image. So we can
Should
check.
we focus up? Should we write some code?
We're focused, Eco.
Yeah.
So if we know in the image that like here to here is 100 pixels, and I'm just going to pull some easy math.
Yeah.
And then we figure out that on this image from here to here is 50, then our scale would be 50%, because we need to shrink the image by half to make the eyeglasses line up.
Yeah.
Then we can determine the slope of the eyes to determine how much to rotate the image. And that, in theory, should be all we would need. Is like, we know that that on an image that was exactly the same size as the SVG, that we need like, you know, up 10 and left 20 to fit over the eyes. So we can just adjust all of those distances by scale.
Yeah.
And then figure out the rotation from the position of the eyes.
Yep. Now that you've got where the eyes are, and you've got all those points, you've got the nose, you've got the jawline if you want as well. That's it.
Perfect. Okay. What's up, Juice? You just came in right at the end. We just wrapped up. So what we've done is thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. So what we've just done is we to just kind of run down where we are, and then we'll wrap up from here. We pulled in the face API. So that it's a wrapper over TensorFlow to make it a little bit easier. Then we wrote some CSS, and we load in our models. So the models that we're loading are a tiny face detector. So it's like 180 kilobytes versus 7
I'm so glad you got the
megabytes.
small models in here.
Yeah, that makes me a lot happier. And so the tiny face detector is about 89, I think it was 189 kilobytes. This one is like another 70, 75. So all things considered, for machine learning, that is pretty small because the full size face detector is like 7 megabytes. So we pull in these models, we grab the image off the page, which is this image of a woman here, and then we run face detection on that to see where the face is, and grab the landmarks, and the landmarks come out of this model here.
Yep.
If we get a detection, then we grab the left eye, and that left eye gives us where kind of like we're hard code. We cut some corners, but what we're doing is we are using the position of the left eye to stick this image on there, and then we hard coded some values to make it the right size and rotation. But to finish that out, what we'll have to do is figure out how to we'll do the math to figure out where the eyes are, calculate what the rotation is and what the position should be, and then we should be able from there to position like fully through what the face detection gives us, the beard, or if we wanted to do hats or whatever. And the thing that'll be fun about this is once we get this figured out, what we can do is make a template where we put dots where the eyes should be. And then if you put anything on top of that, it would be like the same code would work. So we can put a hat on somebody. We can do beards. We can make them wear like jack-o'-lantern masks or something. But that'll be really fun. So once we figure out how to do this, we can kind of just open source it as a fun library for like putting masks on people on your website.
I'd like that. Actually, I wouldn't mind helping with that a bit. So one of the things I'll say is like we're right now, as long as the faces are even, right? There's no rotation necessary.
Right.
It's kind of set. Like what we've got so far is just a little bit, honestly, just a little bit more math in order to make sure that the rotations will work and that different face sizes and different image sizes will work just fine. And then honestly, we can go to detect all faces. And if you want, it could be adding all those things to, so if there's like the photos on your site have 2 people's faces in it each time, it's you and another person,
or more.
3. And so it could actually detect all the faces and just run it, and so every single face on the entire website could possibly have stuff added to it. Now if it adds the beard and glasses to yours, of course no one will notice.
It'll be amazing. But yeah, so I think that's kind of the goal though, right? And what if we wanted to get really silly, what we could do is use that model of my face and like bail on adding the beard and glasses if it detects that it's me.
We could detect you and then just be like, don't do anything to this one. Exactly.
But yeah, so there's a whole lot of additional stuff that we could do. Honestly, might be worth a follow-up.
I'm in.
I think that could be pretty fun. And what I'll try to do in the meantime is put together some like template art of like hats or things that are based on like face position.
A little top hat, maybe a bear costume.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like we'll just make this something that you could very quickly throw in and then grab a template for Sketch or Figma or something and add your own thing.
I have a request though. If I help with it, there needs to be a Nic Cage mode where
oh my god,
you could just instead it just turns everybody on the page into Nic Cage.
I can't. Good. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. We can definitely add that.
Maybe an undocumented method that should be there.
Chris is very excited about this. I think that's great. I think that's a brilliant idea. So we should definitely do this.
What are you doing, computer? Why?
Why
are you like this?
We will 100% do a follow-up on this. I don't know if it's going to be me and Chris doing math. I don't know if it's going to be me and Gant doing different faces and positions. It may be both or neither of those. I don't know. But we'll do more with this because it's super fun. I think it's really a fun way to learn how this stuff works and to get a little deeper into machine learning and realize that it's not as like hard, aside from whatever mystery bug we ran into. It's not as challenging as you might think. I mean, given that we in 25 minutes now, after we got Face API to load, we're able to get that to do what we wanted. So, it should have been easier.
Yeah, Jason, this is quite seriously though, man. This is the future because they're currently working at Google to turn this into like be WebAssembly accelerated. Like,
Ooh.
it's gonna be smaller and faster. The stuff we can do on websites is gonna be crazier and cooler. Like what we're doing here as fun and as a joke, like I think that over the next couple of years, we're just going to see so many cool things like this start popping up.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a matter of like, how creative can you be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Well,
if you can think of something fun, you can make it.
Yeah, and that's super cool, especially when you get into the things like where it can identify what something is in an image. Like if you watch Silicon Valley, you saw all the jokes they got out of like the hot dog not hot dog app, and so I think the raw materials for humor are it's a rich field, right? Like there are so many fun things that we can do with just like playing with the web and what identifying an object and just fun stuff like that. But also there's a lot of useful things. I assume that people who are smarter than me are thinking about that. I'm just thinking about jokes.
No, man, just think about jokes. The smarter things will show up for sure. Like we're developers.
Somebody will do the important work. I'll be over here putting silly hats on people.
There's so many. I mean, here's the thing. Like to actually turn it into a business application is the trivial part. Like the building and doing and putting the hats, that made it actually exciting. And I think that's really cool. And then one of the other things I'll say is like, I mean, I'm just exploring stupid stuff. I actually made AI write some really bad beat poetry the other day, and it is terrible. It's so bad. I can't wait. I just want to like keep playing with it. It's such good stuff, man.
Waiting with bated breath for you to release that bot. So what I will say is I think we're at time. We've been about 2 hours. Even with the setbacks, we were able to get something running, which really makes me happy. I didn't want to admit defeat. Gant, thank you so much for coming on. Where should people go to find you? We've talked about your Twitter.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Gantlaborde.com.
Okay, we've got. Let me add some links in the chat here. So we've got links. We've got gantlaborde.com.
Yep, there you go.
Not secure, Gant. For shame.
Yeah, I'm updating it, man.
For shame.
Yes,
that's fine. He's there to. He's just got a man in the middle attack running at all times on gantlaborde.com.
It is.
Go there and enter all your secrets.
Everyone. Like, what's gonna happen? You're gonna like go there and be like, Gant, you're not really doing that. I mean, good luck. But yes, that's true. And then the other one is I did a free 5-day course.
Okay.
That's 100% free on some of like the terms that we've been throwing around.
Is that this one here?
That's it. Yep, that's that one right there. And I'm going to be releasing a much larger like course, like how to build stuff like Face API, how to build.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, like all the cool libraries like that. If you want to start building the things that people use to build things, I'm gonna do a 3-week course on that, and that's going to be released. Let's see. It'll definitely be out by Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Awesome.
So that'll be really cool. Yeah, and in there we do important things like solve FizzBuzz with AI.
Nah, I love that. So that's super cool. For everyone who is into more future episodes of Learn with Jason, on Monday we have a double header. I've got Jason Pamental coming on to teach us about variable fonts. If you haven't used variable fonts, which I have only seen demos, I've never used them, this is going to be really fun. They're ultra powerful. They do some really cool things, and they're finally becoming stable enough that they're like reasonable to use in production. I heard from Jason that Google Fonts has been quietly testing a variable version of several of the fonts, and they've just like been working, which is really, really cool to hear. And then later that day, I have Brian Douglas from GitHub coming on. We're going to learn about GitHub Actions. That's going to be super fun. I've only used those a little bit. They're really, really approachable once you learn the syntax. And so he's going to teach us some fun stuff. That's a doubleheader on Monday. And then like we're rolling right into a Tuesday with Ryan Chankey. And
Wow.
what are we even learning? We're learning something super fun. Oh yeah, we're gonna actually build a Gatsby site together for a project he's working on called Graph Collective, which is really really fun. Like we're gonna have a really good time on that one, and that's just the beginning. Like we've got all sorts of fun stuff coming up, and stay tuned for that. Make sure you go to twitch.tv/JLangsdorf and smash that like button and all those good things. No, mute. Get away. Yeah, smash that like button, follow, subscribe, all those good things. Everybody stay tuned. We're going to raid. Gant, thank you so much for coming on.
Got
And
it.
happy Halloween, everybody. We'll see you next time.